In this one, I'm not going to go through the whole process of graphing these. You can use your graphing calculator, a graphing calculator app, or simple process of plugging in x values. You might want to notice here that picking an x value, if you pick x equals 3, you'd have 3 minus 0 in here, you'd have the square root of 0. But once you start picking x values that are less than 3, you get the square root of a negative, which wouldn't work. So that's something to pick out in these radical functions, is what you could or could not plug in. So I'll leave you to figure out how to graph them, but I'm going to talk about the domain and the range. With the domain, I do x such that, and then I like to think about it as shining a little flashlight where I could shine it. I can start shining it at x equals 3, and then as I go this way, I can have a y value for every x. So my flashlight's going to go that way. So the only requirement for your possible set of x values is that x has to be greater than or equal to 3. Those are the options that you could have. Same thing with the y values. I start at y equals 0, and then I can shine my flashlight and I'd have the function there. So the y value is going to keep decreasing. It's going to decrease at a slow rate because it's kind of just curving here, but they will hit every y value below 0. So I write y such that y can be less than or equal to 0. And those would be my answers for domain and range. In number 9, you should have a graph that looks somewhat like this. Yours will probably look better than mine since I'm doing it on an iPad. And your domain, again, think about shining your flashlight. I could shine my flashlight any way in this direction along the x-axis, any way in this direction along the x-axis, and I'll get a y value out. So for my domain, I can have any real number. And for my range, again, think about shining your light. I could shine positive, get to have the function there. I could shine negative, I would have the function there. So y is the same.